Hello, my name is Lauren Morrow and welcome to my CCR Creative Critical Reflection Part 1. Today, I will be talking about my magazine, Glams, the December 2019 issue. Prior to designing my magazine, I viewed fashion as a means of expressing one's true self and culture. What one wears says a lot about that person, whether they are wearing a flashy, bright outfit or an all-black long dress. It shows how everyone is different. When the opportunity to design my own magazine was given to me, I instantly thought about doing a fashion and beauty magazine as it will show my passion for fashion. Essentially, Glams will show what a long way fashion has come, as well as inspire teens to be themselves, which can often be represented by what they wear. So the first question I will be answering is, how does your product use or challenge conventions? And how does it represent social groups or issues? To begin with, in order to design the cover, table of contents, and feature spread of my magazine, I decided to draw inspiration from the following 3 fashion magazines: Glamour, Cosmopolitan, and Vogue, as well as gain knowledge as to which conventions are the most effective when designing a fashion magazine. With that being said, let's start with the masthead on my front cover, Glams. So the titles of many fashion magazines such as Glamour, Elle, and Glitz are catchy and tend to connote a modern, chic vibe, which is what I was going for. Following the footsteps of other fashion magazine titles, I combined the words glamour and glitz since it tells the audience right off the bat this will be a fashion magazine. Just like in my sample magazines, I decided to put my masthead in a bright color and with an identifiable font. I also positioned the masthead at the very top of the page and made my models the main focus. In most fashion magazines, there's a combination of fonts in the front cover in order to make it look more appealing and professional, which is something I did for my front cover. I also aligned the cover lines in a way where it wouldn't cover the subjects. Like in various magazines, I have a large central cover line and slightly smaller ones. I got the idea from Glamour and Vogue magazine to put the page number on top of one of my cover lines. I thought by doing this, it would further attract my audience and show them exactly where to find that specific article. Additionally, since my magazine will be displayed online, I inserted my magazine's website and social medias on the bottom corner of the cover, which is a consistent convention of it on a fashion magazine. Now for my table of contents, I decided on doing it double-paged as it is an essential element in fashion magazines. I also placed the masthead and issue month at the very top. I utilized some of the same subheadings as my sample magazines, such as fashion, cover topics and news, and beauty, and I aligned the writing to the left on both pages. I also decided to apply the use of hierarchy when designing and sorting the articles. I feel like this helps the readers feel more engaged and find what they are looking for quicker. And under the article name, there is a brief description. For the images on my table of content pages, I decided to follow Cosmos conventions and use several images to create a more appealing page. And now moving on to my double page feature spread, I decided to place the masthead at the very top of the page as this is a repeating convention in fashion magazines. Moreover, Glamour and Cosmo magazine included a small amount of images in their feature spreads, which was something I incorporated as well, considering how the page was about my other 2 models and their take on the fashion world. I also wanted to include the page number along with my magazine's website on the very bottom of each feature spread page, as it was used in my sample magazines. And now I am going to discuss how my magazine challenges conventions. For my cover, I challenge very few conventions, that being the background of the image. Usually, fashion magazines have a backdrop, one color background, or just a simple background. Instead, I decided to keep the original colorful background of the image, as it adds on the aesthetic of my magazine and makes the cover much more engaging to my target audience. The other feature I did different from my sample magazines was including my magazine's social media and website along with the logo of the social media in the bottom corner. Usually, it only includes a barcode or the website where you can purchase the magazine. However, I felt like including the social media allows readers to follow my brand and keep up with every detail of Glam's magazine, making them want to purchase my magazine. As for my table of contents, I positioned my images differently, where I was able to fit more pictures since I wanted to display more outfits. I also like the idea of Vogue's table of contents, where they put subscribe to Vogue. But I wanted to do it differently and insert a pink heart and put the wordings inside. I feel like this not only further engages with the audience, but also matches the aesthetic of the pages. I also minimized the number of pages in my magazine, considering the fact that my magazine will be displayed online and no one wants to read an excessively large magazine that probably has more ads than anything else. My sample magazines like Vogue and Cosmo have roughly 300 to 400 pages. Now for my feature spread, I wanted to feature my two models and make the pages all about them, which is a convention I didn't see much in my sample magazines. Usually the feature spreads include an article or a story of some sort. However, I wanted to make it more personal and do a question and answer instead, in which I asked my models questions about their take on fashion and why it plays such a big role today. My magazine represents women. As can be clearly seen, the models featured in my magazine are women. In my magazine, you will come across cover lines that directly target today's women in the fashion world. I also include key dictionary language that would further target and interest a women readership. Additionally, my magazine embodies a younger audience, as my models are teenagers. I also include topics and specific articles that interest a younger audience in today's society. The overall message of my magazine is how fashion is considered to be a tool of empowerment for women today, a way they can reveal their true identity and culture. For my feature spread, I included how my models view fashion in today's day and age, and how it allows one to express themselves, as well as play a huge role in a woman's confidence. The purpose of my feature spread is to show the importance of fashion today, especially for women, and how it has helped them become the best and true version of themselves. The next question I am going to be addressing is, how does your product engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as a real-world text? In my magazine, I utilize second-person point of view and direct address in order to create a stronger connection with my audience and make it seem as if I was speaking directly to them. Although I did use second-person point of view for my cover, I decided to use third-person point of view as it presents the cover lines in a more trustworthy manner, and this way I am able to earn my audience's trust. My models are a great representation of my target audience since they are women and are in the age group I wish to target. Throughout my magazine, I utilized flirty diction and colloquial language to further engage my target audience. They include golden hour, look flawless, natural glow, new year, new outfits, tips for perfect skin, etc., all of which will capture the attention of millennials and people of my age. Considering how everything revolves around technology in today's society, I made my magazine based on online subscriptions, so people, especially a younger audience, can purchase it online on the magazine's website. Also, like most fashion magazines, my magazine will have a social media site where readers will be able to catch up with any news and deals of glams via social media. Here, I will share live fashion events, featured models, discounts for subscription, special editions, etc., so that my audience will feel more engaged and essentially want to purchase Glam's magazine. As for my magazine distribution, like I said, I wanted to be a digital subscription. I decided to do a 1-year subscription that includes 10 issues for $20.99. This is the end of question 1 and 2 of my CCR, and subscribe to Glams. Thank you for watching.